Howdy, everybody, and welcome to another fun-filled edition of Slasher Trailers. And in this one, we're going to be covering the year of 1988 AD. So get ready for it. I don't even know what the fuck's coming. I know there was some franchise
1988.
sequels. Yep.
Yeah, 1988. You know, the next to the last year in the 80s was sad times. And I think the slasher boom was starting to die down a little bit. So you had your major franchises, and then a lot of these independent films would kind of pop up out of nowhere that up until recently, I don't know if too many people even saw these movies. And we'll go through them. A lot of Vinegar Syndrome stuff again, I believe. But yeah, the year that was 1988 in slashers, boss.
That's right. And if you've never heard of the slasher, then chances are Vinegar Syndrome probably released it.
Yeah. And there'll be all kinds of fucking nerds that weigh 85 pounds and have tattoos all over their arms talking about how killer it is.
Yeah. They
Wonderful.
got display cases for their shit, and they love to talk about it. Look at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at my shit. I got.
They like wearing Skechers and not taking baths.
Yep.
We love you, Vinegar Syndrome, motherfuckers. You know, one thing, though, before we get started here, Vinegar Syndrome is one of those companies, too, that we kind of promote the fuck out of them. And what have we gotten for it, Uncle Bill? They haven't paid us off at
Nothing.
all.
No. So what I like to do in those cases is I'll simultaneously make fun of them while we're actually promoting them. That's kind of the payoff.
That's a good
You
way
see?
to do it. I mean, they did send us the Madman Blu-ray, or the 4K. But
Which
other than
we
that,
recently watched with Paul Eller, so that was well
Yeah.
worth it.
they haven't done shit for us except for that.
Here we go.
On to the first Vinegar Syndrome release from Noble Entertainment Group.
Rush Week. Everything sucks a butt.
Yeah, I watched this one not too awful long ago, man, and this movie is fucking painfully boring. Like, it's one of those movies that's not very long at all, but it feels like it goes on for, it feels like you're watching it for days.
Is it really that bad? It doesn't look like it would be that bad.
I thought it was very slow. I couldn't get into it.
I know I've got it, but it's one of the 100 other releases I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I was on a kick there for a while. I was trying to go through as many of those Vinegar Syndrome slasher movies as possible. And this is one, man. I mean, maybe I'm just being too harsh. Maybe I should check it out again. But, I mean, it looks great. It looks 10 times better than this trailer that they
Yeah.
have. So they did a great job with the transfer and everything. But, yeah, I don't know. I think this is an example of one of those movies, though, that nobody even knew exists until the Vinegar Syndrome release.
And probably shouldn't have. That sounds like. God damn, what the fuck was that?
Oh, no.
You gonna cause me to miss one of my favorite films from the 80s by shit you
Sleepaway
pants.
Camp. Sleepaway Camp 2, Unhappy Campers.
You need to get up, go in there and wipe your ass now, Ron.
I'm taking a shower tomorrow morning, man. It'd be all
That's
good.
one of the best slasher movies from the late 80s, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people pay huge money for the Scream Factory editions of these. And I think
Yeah.
88 Films has the exact same version still out over there in the UK.
And
So don't
are
spend
just
that crazy
fucking
money. Just get your
silly.
regional free player. I think we need to push hard to try to get Pamela Springsteen on for an interview.
I don't think it'll ever happen, man. I'd love to do it, though.
Maybe we could trick her and tell her it's about photography. And then be like, look, we want
We'd
to
have
talk to
to-
you about Sleepaway Camp.
I'm sure she'd be like, oh, that's fine.
Just whatever. Yeah, just like blindside her with that. Like, I don't know nothing about photography, right? I've
Yeah,
got
we
a
just-
Polaroid camera. That's about all I know.
Also, we'll just be honest with her. We'll just be like, hey, listen, this ain't about none of that. Tell us about Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3,
I don't
bitch.
give one fuck about photography.
Come on.
Oh, yes.
Don't panic. I actually watched this recently because y'all talked about it forever.
Yeah, I think all those movies do. I can't pronounce that fucking guy's name. He did 3 horror movies. Ruben Galindo, I think was his name, something like that.
Yeah.
They're all great. They've all, I mean, when I say great, like they're enjoyable. So that,
They're entertaining and stupid, yeah.
yes. And almost everybody bought those pajamas.
Yep.
That was a brief one.
That was.
Doom Asylum Bus.
I can't figure out if I hate this movie or like it. I know it's real shitty. This
I know
trailer.
we reviewed this, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it came out from, was it Code Red that put it out? Or
It may have been Camp Motion Pictures.
Camp Motion Pictures, yeah.
I remember it being almost like a trauma movie or something, and unless I'm thinking of something else.
It's just real shitty. I remember that for sure.
Hollywood
Chainsaw.
Hookers.
Yeah, this is a good one too, I think. But I mean, I was always like into these kind of goofy ass movies. And this one's got Michelle Bauer, I think.
When you work in Hollywood, you learn fast that there's just 2 kinds of girls in a town like this.
Well, the big thing about this movie too is Gunnar Hansen unmasked in this movie.
Right.
So this was kind of his big re-debut. But this is like another one that's almost like very, very low budget. I'm not saying no budget, but low budget for sure.
Yeah.
Fred Olin Ray was.
Linnea Quigley in here too.
And 1988 Linnea Quigley, man, I don't know if it gets much better.
It's true.
Romance and
Same year she did Night of the Demons, I think.
Yeah.
Just a great name for a movie, too.
Yeah.
Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers.
I think it's time somebody cut you down to size, Jack.
have you ever considered therapy?
I'm going
This trailer looks like dog shit, by the way. Who
does.
releases? I don't know if I even own this on anything. Maybe DVD.
I own it on DVD, but I can't remember who put it out. Anything by Fred Olin Ray is probably not going to have a wide release.
Well, he's got that new company now with, God damn it, what's his name? From Tempe Video, Bookwalter.
Oh, yeah, J.R. Bookwalter.
Yeah. Make Flicks, I think is the name of it.
Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. It's a comedy that'll leave you in pieces.
Oh, fuck. Did you ever see this?
No, I never have.
Goddamn, man. You will fucking love it. You will love it.
Really?
Yes. See if the trailer's got any good stuff in it. I don't know. But the movie itself is like, yeah. I don't think this is a real trailer.
No, this looks like a bunch of fucking hornswoggle.
This is like a highlight reel.
Who put this out, by the way?
Massacre Video. I think it's like
that's
their
right.
biggest release.
Yeah.
Hack a Lantern.
That was not a trailer. I don't know what the shit that was, but
Fatal Pulse. No idea.
never seen it. Nor have I ever heard of it.
Celebrity Home Entertainment. What?
God, that's 80s as it gets right there.
Jumping in and out of bed. One got caught.
We need to just go through all these videos again and just make a list for Vinegar Syndrome. Be like, here you go. Here's
Yeah,
some
I
shit you
mean,
need to release.
if I didn't know any better, I would think they've already done that. There's so many of these
Yeah.
that are theirs. One of the funny thing is when all this stuff started, they were probably getting these movies for nothing almost
I
until
know that.
people
Yeah.
realized,
What they were doing.
yeah,
How much money could be made on this stuff. I think that's kind of the thing, though, that what Lustig was saying is what's going to kill them is that now they can't get anything reasonably priced to put out.
Fatal Pulse.
Fuck. That's a horrible name for a film,
It's
too.
plumb terrible.
Fatal
Terrible.
Pulse.
There you go. There's American Golf. I think that was 88, evidently.
I love that movie, though, for some reason. There's something about it that's just so bizarre that it's a really good film. It's a little bit darker than most like slasher films come out this time period too.
It was kind of everywhere, if I'm not mistaken, back in video store days. Like it seemed like it was really popular.
And who was it? Was it Yvonne DiCarlo that's in this?
Yeah. And Rod Steiger in it.
Yeah, yeah. What a bizarre movie for them to be in, by the way.
That's all right, children. Been meaning to get rid of them old things anyhow.
Oh fuck.
It
Yeah.
does look like it's got a pretty decent budget too, compared to some of these other movies.
Yeah.
It may have played in theaters. I don't know.
Like some of these scenes where they take like kid stuff, kids games, and turn them into like these death scenes are really cool. I forgot that
This was
Michael
one of
Pollard
those-
was in.
Yeah, this was one of those movies too that was played all the time back in the day on HBO. And I think it was a mainstay in the 588 bin, the early bargain DVDs.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. I only have this on DVD. I think there's a Blu-ray of it, but I never did get it.
Didn't Scream Factory put it out? I think I've got it.
Yeah, I believe it was Scream Factory. I mean, the way I look at it is some of these movies, like they're good movies and everything, but how often am I going to really go back and rewatch them?
But you watch this movie all the time.
It's a yearly tradition. I'll watch it every
Oh.
10 years.
There you go. There's the big one.
I'm surprised that we have never gotten a request to do a commentary for this movie.
This movie, I like it, but I think I like it less over time for some reason because it's just, I don't know. It just seems so fucking cheap.
It really does now. Like when I was a kid, this was one of my favorites.
Me too.
But yeah, it definitely seems like a direct-to-video Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah.
And they had pretty good makeup effects and stuff in it. Like John Carl Buechler was a makeup effects guy. But yeah, I just don't think he knew how to really make a movie.
I think we would enjoy it a lot more if they'd actually got to do all the shit they wanted to do. Like, if it was
Yeah.
uncut.
I still think, man. I mean, I know a lot of people try to say, "Oh, this footage has been destroyed and everything." There's no fuck. I don't believe it. I believe it's lost, It's somewhere in a warehouse.
Yeah.
It looks like the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark. But I don't think it's thrown. I don't think it's been destroyed.
Probably not. It'll probably be like Martin, where they find some shit like one day, 40 years later, that, you know.
Well, and there's a VHS copy of it. I think that Beekler put online of some of the footage. So to me, I mean, if he thought enough to make a copy on VHS, that shit is somewhere. Like, I don't think they're going to.
Ah, Maniac Cop came out in 88. This crazy son of a bitch.
Our good friend Robert Zadar.
Man, I would love to know, you know, his life story. Like, I bet it would be really interesting if we could.
Well, we're going to try to get Goose on sometime to tell some Robert Zadar stories. But
Yeah.
Goose is a TikTok sensation, man. Like, I have
That's
I
what
told
you were
about
saying.
this?
Yeah.
Like 40-some thousand followers on TikTok. Crazy.
This
The Maniac
woman,
Cop movies, though. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, what was her name? She was in a couple of horror films, but she never really was in that much. But I always thought she was pretty good. The main female in this.
Fuck. Yeah, I know. I can't think of her name.
Me either.
Isn't it something Jennings?
Something, man. I don't know. I wish my phone wasn't dead. I'd look it up.
What's crazy is those two. No, it's Lorene Landon. That's who it was.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Those two come back in the second one just to get killed off almost immediately.
Yep.
Which is, what the hell? And they bring Robert Davi in as like the new, whatever.
What are your overall thoughts about him, by the way?
Robert Davi.
Yeah.
He's
As a
killer in
character actor.
he's killer in the Goonies. What else was he in? I don't even know what else he was in.
He was in one of those James Bond films, but I can't remember which one. One that Timothy Dalton, maybe.
Oh, Living Daylights.
That sounds right. Yeah.
License to Kill.
License to Kill, maybe. Yeah.
Edge of the Axe.
Edge of
Now,
the
this
Axe.
was-
I've got this. I've never seen it.
Same. Yeah, same here. Now, this was, I think it's a Spanish slasher
It
movie.
is, yeah.
And I remember the VHS cover, seeing it over and over again back in the day, and it was like highly collectible VHS. But I never watched it. I never did. I don't think I ever saw it in a video store. Maybe I did.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing it at all.
But yeah, people let us know in the comments, is Edge of the Axe worth checking out? I mean, we both bought it, but you know how that goes.
That's true. That doesn't mean anything.
Arrow has so many sales, though. Like, a lot of their stuff, unless it's something that I know I'll never watch, I usually get it.
Laura's disappeared. What do you mean? She's gone. Who's Charlie?
He's my cousin. The other night I asked my computer to check the hospital
I think this is the same guy that directed Pieces that made this.
2 years ago.
Juan Pierre,
Is it?
yeah, Juan Pierre Simon.
Yeah, that is the same guy, if that's him.
Yeah. He's a Spaniard.
Who had been killed?
He is. He's from the land of Spain.
Christopher.
I can't tell anything going on in this fucking trailer at all.
No, the transfer on this isn't the best either. It looks like something I would have recorded after like WWF primetime wrestling back in the day. It's like a old episode of Silk Stockings.
I tell you, this place stinks of death.
The other night I had a dream, and Charlie was walking towards me smiling. Carrying a gun from the axe. He was going to kill me. Charlie, is that you?
Charlie.
Edge Age of the Axe.
It's a great night for bad dreams, fools. That's one of the shittiest catchphrases ever.
You don't like that?
Oh,
Cheerleader camp, man. I've watched this before and I own it, but I have no recollection of it at all.
I kind of remembered a little bit. I don't know if I guess it's a slasher movie. It's kind of hokey too, though. It's kind of got that Sleepaway Camp 2 vibe going on for it. I don't know what the deal is with this movie though, because Anchor Bay came out with a DVD a long time ago, and it's never been re-released. This would be one that would be perfect for a Vinegar Syndrome or Arrow. There's your buddy.
Butt flowers.
Yeah.
Guys in everything around that time period, like every horror film.
So you could even do like the bloody pom-poms alternate artwork.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got Terry Weigel, who's like a fucking hotter than hell porn star from the 80s.
Yeah.
She's in this. The girl from Teen Wolf is in this. I can't remember her name.
Me either.
The what was the Leif Garrett, I think is in
Leif
this.
Garrett, yeah.
Yeah. And the girl that was in she was in the Saw movies later on.
Oh, really? Betsy
Russell.
Betsy Russell, yeah.
Yeah. So it's got a pretty cool cast, really. Now, I think the movie, I mean, hell, it definitely deserves to be out over some of this shit that's coming out.
Yeah, man. I mean, God.
Yeah. The Last Slumber
Summer
Party.
Party. I don't remember this at all.
This was on a double pack with Terror at 10 Killer.
God, this looks like shit.
And
God.
from what I can recall, half of this movie is shot on film and half of it is shot on video.
It looks like it, yeah.
And it's in between, there's like a 6-year gap in between filming the movie, too.
What?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think that was the deal. Like, it's basically 2 different movies.
God, you got to give them credit. They really wanted to finish this movie.
They just took their time.
After 6 years, wouldn't everybody look completely different, really?
Well, I think it's a different cast after that time, though.
Oh, okay.
I think. I don't know, it's been a while. This movie's not very long either. I think it's barely over an hour. One by one, they end up dead.
That's like all these trailers. Oh, shit.
It's a killer song they got in there.
Sounds like a merciful fate.
The girls are what?
They're dying for a good time.
Oh, okay. I thought he said the girls are naughty for a good time.
It'd be better. The Majorettes, here it is. Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen this movie either.
So pretty and so desirable. You just can't take your eyes off them. And that's enough to get them killed. One by one by one.
Look at them hairdos, man.
It's a
One
lot
by
of
one.
Aquanet.
One by one. They're never too young. They're never too old
One by one, they're dead.
to give the last performance of their
I'll tell you one, though, that I watched not too long ago that was good. It was called, I think it was called Horror High.
Yeah.
The Arrow Video did. I think it was called Horror High. Fuck, there's been so many of them.
Was that the one that's got like an alternate cover
Yeah,
and
I
title?
think so.
Yeah. Raging Fury or something like that?
Yeah, that's it. Now, this was the very first Elm Street movie I ever saw. And this was the very first East Kentucky Fear Fest show that we ever did.
Oh my
It was
god,
around
that's
3,
right.
4.
This is a goddamn classic. It just is. It's still got the best special effects, I think, of any of them.
Yeah. And I think this was the height of Freddy's popularity. Like this,
Yeah, it was.
had to have been.
Look.
You imagine just seeing that in the theater back in the day and just marking out. Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
that. Just hope somebody's ready for Freddy.
Hollergate.
Hollagate. Holla.
What the fuck?
God
Is it
damn,
real?
boys.
Now this looks like something I made on like a fucking VHS camera back when I was a kid or something.
This is, yeah.
What?
They're like dissing every fucking killer. Michael Myers is a fucking pussy. This guy in here is going, he's a badass.
This guy with the hat.
Freddy Krueger is scared to death of Albert.
Look at this guy. That's like the most generic fucking looking guy ever.
I think half of this was shot at like a kid's Halloween party or something.
Hollowgate is destined to become one of the all-time unforgettable fright films. Just don't let Mark carve.
Don't let Mark carve your pumpkin, boys.
Happy Halloween.
I've
That
got
was
to
a
go.
trauma
I've got to
movie,
look into
evidently.
that. Yeah.
I've got it. I think that was one of the bootleg DVDs they used to sell back in the day.
Halloween 4. I don't give a shit what anybody says. I still love this movie.
I
This
watched
movie-
this movie again not too long ago.
I saw this movie in the theater, and it was a really big deal when this movie came out. Like Michael Myers was coming back and all that shit.
Man, like here's my thing with it though. So Halloween 1, 2, and 3 feel like a theatrical big budget movie.
Yeah.
This doesn't. It like if you watch it now, you're like, wow, this was in theaters because it looks so cheaply done. And like I know it was cheaply made; it didn't have a big
Yeah.
budget to it. There's aspects of it that I like.
Poor old Danielle Harris, though. Goddamn, she can't catch a break.
So the funny thing is about the mask that I'd heard, and I'd never really looked into the Part 4 mask. So the Part 4 mask was a copy of the Shatner mask, believe it or not. But I guess it was just very crudely done and painted and everything. So if you look at it closely, you can kind of tell, which I think that's kind of hilarious, really. Look at it, because I think they painted eyebrows and shit on it. And the eye holes weren't done right or anything.
No, they certainly fucked it up. Hide and
I
go
know,
shriek.
true.
Here's another movie. Ain't worth a shit.
This movie sucks. Dana loves this movie, though, I think she's one that really...
And she likes so much stuff, it's awful. It's ridiculous.
She's a fan of this shit. And Final Exam. Dude, like, the Final Exam, though, honestly has its following for some reason.
Yeah, more so than any of the other stuff, like Terror on Tour and anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Final Exam is just not a good movie. It's boring and, like, the killer's fucking stupid.
This movie's really boring, too. This trailer's boring.
This trailer's boring me right now.
Yeah, towards the end of the 80s, though, we got a lot of movies that was similar to this, it seems like. Just kind of there, slasher movies. Which I wish this guy continued on to make. Like, it would be very interesting to go into the 90s and see what
That's
slasher
what I
movies
was
came
thinking.
out.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's enough to even do, like, a compilation.
I mean, it lasts like 5 minutes.
God, this looks like shit.
It does. Wonder what killed the slasher film, really.
I just think horror in general died off. Like, it seems like they're from like the early 90s until probably when Scream came out, there weren't really any big, like there were a couple here and there. I think Jason Goes to Hell was decent at the box office and a couple of the Elm Street movies, but other than that,
Yeah. The Undertaker. I own this too, but I've not watched. This is another Vinegar Syndrome one, I think.
I was planning on watching this for Halloween, but ran out of time, man. It was a work night. I've heard this one's actually really good, though.
He disturbed you in Maniac.
I think it was
It
one of
looks-
his last movies, wasn't it?
It has to be. It looks cheap as fuck, though. Look at this.
Well, it wasn't even released until Vinegar Syndrome released it. I think it was one that never was finished.
Jesus. The quality on this album. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
This movie's his M.O.
Not using that police jargon again.
Are you sure you don't need a ride home?
I'm sure.
Thank you.
Good night, Pinky. Good night.
Oh.
He kind of does look like Paul Bearer in this.
He does, yeah.
Beyond Maniac. Beyond the first deadly sin.
I'm sure you know now I never meant to hurt you. You're always one of my favorites. I just want you to look so beautiful, the mayor and everybody.
Look, Pam, do yourself a favor. Don't give these guys any
The
weird...
fuck?
I think Ryan Radkins really put this movie over. That's why I bought it.
Motion picture.
I just recently bought it.
Some of this looks like another one where some of it was filmed like on film and some of it was filmed on video or something.
Could have been.
What with all these vitamins that people have taken, and the Surgeon General's warning about smoke.
Because like I said, it was like an unfinished movie forever, it seems like, or lost, or... It,
Undertaker.
I think it's a newer trailer that they put together, too. It looks like it, at least.
Yeah.
The Undertaker. Oh, yes. Child's Play.
Oh my god, yeah. How did we forget that?
Yeah, that was 88. I think I saw this one in the movie theaters as well.
Going back and watching Child's Play 2, though, man, there's no doubt in my mind that Child's Play is like 1,000 times a better movie.
Right. I mean, that's the only one that I really have gone back and rewatched numerous times. When this movie came out, though, man, like, people went nuts for this. I can still remember it even as a little kid.
Yeah, I can too.
Like, everybody wanted to dress up as Chucky that Halloween, and a lot of people don't think about it now, but the big unveil in this, you don't even see Chucky until like probably the last 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
You don't really even get him in action, you know.
Miss Peterson's dead, Miss Barkley. She fell from the kitchen window.
Someone's moved in with the Barkley family. So,
Yeah, and that I still remember that scene where she finds out. Like, that's a classic scene with the batteries and everything.
Yeah. He starts cussing out, "You fucking bitch."
Bitch, I'll kill you.
Because I'm sane, Mrs. Barkley, sane and rational.
no one believes the truth.
Whatever happened to Chris Sarandon, man? Like, he had a really good career and then he just fucking shit the bed or something.
Well, I mean, Susan divorced him.
Is that what it was?
He went into a deep depression after that.
Nothing innocent.
And Ed Gale kicked his shins a couple times in this movie, and he never forgave Ed. Well,
So,
so
yeah, that's
1988. Yeah, we are almost done. We got one more year in the 80s, Uncle Bill. It's only taken us about 2 years to get all these done.
That's fine. It's going to take us about 10 years to get all them Scream Factory ones done. So,
Like I think with Scream Factory, after a while, they kind of quit. They did
they gave
like
up.
5 releases last year or something.
So what did you think about 88 as a whole?
88, I think, was much like 87. I think there were some good ones in there, but there was a lot of just filler as well.
Yeah, there was like more of the bigger kind of franchise movies, I think, than 87, but not as many good movies, I don't think, overall.
No, for sure. And it seems like, and I don't know if you've noticed this, but the last couple of years as well, the majority of these movies are lower to no budget slasher movies. So
yeah,
a lot of like what there was maybe 2 or 3 in this list here that was bigger budget, studio movies. So but you could tell already, the studios are kind of getting away from the horror stuff.
Yeah, it's a sad time in horror. By 1990, there ain't shit going on. Like, you might as well forget it.
No, for sure. But yeah, let us know, guys, what you guys thought of the year 1988. And was there anything left off this year that pops into your head? There's a lot of slasher movies still to this day that people are discovering and finding and shit. I mean, it's unreal. I don't know where they come from, but they keep coming out of the woodwork.
I think they just come from these small independent markets that where they were just releasing stuff straight to video, and still people are finding that shit to this day.
Yeah. But that is it, guys. We will catch you guys next time. And, Christmas is upon us, Uncle Bill. Have you got all your shopping and shit done, boss?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready to go. Got all the Black Friday sales, and I'm excited.
I'm going to put some mistletoe over my balls. Let you kiss on a little bit.
No.
Come on, boys. Jingle my balls.
Get under here. Get on this mistletoe.
All right. But yeah, we will catch you guys next time. I'm the Creepy Kentuckian.
And I'm Uncle Bill.
DEADPIT.
.com. Oh, my God.
Y'all come back now, goddammit. Give us the thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that DEADPIT puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do.
I want you to. I don't care. Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
Hey everyone, it's Oak Early Jaws. We got some great shirts for you. We got Faces of Death Part 2. We got Creepy Stories to Tell in Kentucky. The Colonel Would Approve. We also got DEADPIT.com. We got DEADPIT Radio with the little fucking DEADPIT dude on there. We got It Never Ends, a Halloween spoof parody of the new movie. We got It at Night. We got the Rat Pack, Uncle Rat himself. It just gets better and better. So go on and get you some shirts over at Team Public. It just gets better and better, boss.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. DEADPIT on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old DEADPIT radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. DEADPIT on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.